Classic. Introducing. I always thought this was a good intro.
Yeah.
And it's like, gonna get rolling here on this podcast here.
Yeah. What's up? What's up?
This is On the Grill with Bill the Grill. And I am your co-host, J Chapsworth. And we wanted to call it On the Grill because it's kind of a mixture of everything being focused on and grilled. But it's mostly about jiu-jitsu and mixed martial arts. So thank you for cruising through, Bill. What's up, Bill?
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.
On the Grill.
What's up, everybody?
What's good? So I wanted to start getting this going. We have been working on this for about months now, huh?
Yeah, we got good practice now.
We had about 3 or 4 practice episodes, and they kind of went up and down. Some were good. We'll probably get a highlight reel soon with some of the practice stuff. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
I was digging it. So where we at here? So this is mainly about jiu-jitsu and mixed martial arts. And Bill, you've been running around for how many years now? You've been doing jiu-jitsu?
I want to say 20 years now. 20
years. Okay.
Yeah,
How old are you now?
36.
36. Okay. Same age as me.
Yeah.
And I like all these things you wrote down for the future guests that we're going to be doing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to meet the first guest we do, but right now the first one's just going to be me and you.
Yep.
So we got some of these first starter questions here. How did we meet, Bill? Do you remember how we met?
Yes, I do.
How did we meet?
It was our homie Big Jar.
Was it
Big Jarvis?
That's right. It was on some jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I was helping you guys do some videography.
Yep.
And I was helping Jarv get his reel together.
That's right.
And I remember eating over at Home Plate with you guys that day.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, dude. Oh man, I'm glad you mentioned that. I was wondering what other places I could take my son. You know, we like to, check mark box. That's a hole in the wall, man. You can pass that so quick.
He's smart. He runs the third alley too, or rounding third.
Oh, right at the corner,
rounding third
on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh wow, he's trying to close
he
in.
Gets people all drunk and then hungry and then hungry and then.
Oh right, during the day and at night, yeah.
That's right there in Galita and Kyriel behind the 7-Eleven.
Mm-hmm.
But so you were running with Jarv and then you kept doing it. You kept doing the jiu-jitsu.
Yep. Shout out to Big Jarvis.
Miss you, Jarv.
Jarvis Shelby.
He's doing great out down in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm. Now he's up in Missouri. I believe so.
I miss that guy.
Me too.
Need to see him.
He comes down once or twice a year.
Does he?
Oh,
I seen him last time he came through, so that was cool.
Yep. He's helped me out a lot. I've helped him. He's helped me especially in the beginning of my MMA career.
Oh. That's the news cue here. That brings on the new current event here, the fight of the month coming up here in October.
Oh, yes.
What's coming up here, Bill Grill? We got a fight at the Chumash.
Yeah, that's right. Chumash Casino in Santa Barbara, October 28, 2023.
This year. So coming up here in a few weeks.
Yep.
October 28th.
October 28th. Yep. And they have MMA on Saturday, but before that, they have boxing on October 27th.
Oh, what? We should go to that.
We should.
I'm so down to go.
I can get us tickets too.
Boxing is like so fun.
Yeah, it is.
Because they can't use their legs to go to the ground.
I love that. You're guaranteed a knockout or a TKO,
Yeah.
Someone's going to give up.
I think that's always been like the classic.
Yeah. You're going to see people just want to bang, bro.
Yeah, they just want to knock heads, dude.
Yeah, I'm very interested in that. I love boxing with just boxing. That's actually what I first did. What I first did was taekwondo or karate. I was a little kid, but as I got older, I was very in love with Mike Tyson era.
Oh, I love Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that was my guy. That was the one I grew up watching.
Still my favorite.
Yep, still my favorite boxer.
Yeah, I used to get so hyped. Everyone would get together, the big old pay-per-views back in the 90s when you had like one person had a cable box.
Yeah.
Everyone was just rimmed to that house.
Dude, that was awesome.
That was the best.
Those were the best.
Now it's like on every bar corner.
Yeah.
Actually, I was walking downstate the other night and we got Yogurtland and we just stopped and started watching the Dodger game.
That's
in front
funny.
of that Irish pub there on State.
Yep. And what's cool now, he has his own podcast, which is awesome.
Oh, really?
It's fucking awesome.
Who?
He's the Hot Box, Mike Tyson.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's got great, cool guests.
Is that still going?
It's still going. He just had Francis Ngannou, which is fighting Tyson Fury. I'm not sure the date on that one, but yeah, that's going to be a great fight.
So where does that differ from Be Real's? Didn't he do a hot box?
That's the name of the podcast, and I'm not sure about
Be Real
Reals.
did a thing, started with the pod. I think he started like the first hot box thing, and maybe it didn't keep going, and Mike Tyson kind of did his
Saved
own
it.
hot box thing.
Oh, okay.
But it was Be Real smoking with people in an Escalade
Right.
in like a garage, and people would just be like packed in the back, and they would just be like passing blunts around. I didn't even interview people, and that was almost
And he'd
like
be taking
pre-podcast.
mushrooms. I think
that was kind of pre-podcast. Right?
Yep. He'd be taking mushrooms during the podcast. I don't know how he does it, man.
Who Mike Tyson?
Yes. His immunity.
He's got
is
his
strong.
ranch. You heard of Tyson Ranch, right?
I remember hearing about it.
So he made his own like cannabis brand.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And he bought a ranch out in Vegas.
And he made some CBD gummies that looks like his Holyfield's ear. I guess they're partners with.
I think it's in Vegas or it's in Cali. I can't remember.
Ooh.
But it's
Wherever
it's
he's
out there
at.
where it's legal. And
Yep.
and I guess it was just like a vacation spot for fighters or celebrities, and they'd come through and he'd have like the whole weed service and kind of the bed and breakfast deal. That's what I heard. I'm not sure if that's true, but so shout out to Tyson. He retired $60 million in debt. Now he's worth $500 million or more.
Is that nuts? Is that it? Dude, I hope something like that happens to me.
He's the man. So it just shows you could spend your whole life like Colonel from the KFC. Fool didn't blow up till he's like 50 or 60.
Oh, wow.
You know, like Bob Ross, he wasn't until like 40 something.
It's like a diamond, right? It needs time and pressure.
Oh, and speaking of Bob Ross, he just passed away a while ago, and one of his paintings just sold for $5 million.
No.
So it just goes to show what your art can do after you
Right.
pass. You know, with your fights, all your videos, like that's why we got to get your videos up because that shit'll be online forever.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of videos, I'm going to advertise my online videos. Anyone that's watching, you guys could download my videos at bjjfanatics.com. I have over 10 to choose from, gi and no gi. Soon I'll be showing some MMA ones. They have everything. BJJ Fanatics also has Wrestling Fanatics. They have Chess Fanatics. Anything you can think of, Fanatics at the end of it, it's theirs. So check them out. Check out my instructionals, and also I have other friends that have instructionals on there. Joel Tudor, Pete the Greek, Jeff Glover, Majid. Yeah, it's awesome. Man, that's just to name a few.
That's dope. So we're also going to get your website up soon, so
That's
they can
right.
get all that through your website.
Yep.
And
Website's
personal.
up. You guys could just read up on it, and then we'll be able to have. We're soon going to have a shopping cart because people have been asking. They want to buy shirts, shorts, hats, and support.
We actually only have like art up on the website, so we'll tell you guys the website soon. But that'll be cool. Once we get some episodes rolling,
Yeah.
we'll start getting all that and the merch rolling up on the website.
Sweet.
See who's really down for it.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Of course, bro.
I
This is a
appreciate
pleasure.
that.
Like
dude.
I've been wanting to get a
he's
podcast
the
and
man.
like a real project going, and we've been kind of practicing on some comedy stuff with Scott and Bella, and
Yep.
it's all coming along. We just have to plan it out right and have the content lined up.
Right.
But so when it comes back to jiu-jitsu here and
Mhm.
on the grill, we were even thinking of doing like on the grill Fridays, doing barbecues and featuring different jiu-jitsu fighters, and people get to meet each other and see
Yep.
where their belts are going,
Oh,
see what
yep.
fights are coming up,
Right.
even get maybe a little sparring on camera, which would be cool.
Yes.
You
Oh,
got
speaking
a
of
whole dojo over here.
Yeah, Santa Barbara. I'm now teaching in Goleta, right here off Stork, right near Cal Taco, Goodland Barbershop. I teach Mondays and Wednesdays at OG Jiu-Jitsu, also known as Underground Training Facility, with Maurice and Diego. It's been going great. I have I teach striking at 9 to 10 a.m. and then I got a little hour break. I go to Cal Taco, kick back, or come down here.
It's like 2 minutes from the studio, too.
It is. I love it. It just makes sense. And then I teach jiu-jitsu from 11 to 12.
That's awesome.
No gi. And then I do want to teach gi later on. But right now, just taking things slow, you know.
I just got to get back in shape and quit smoking, and maybe I'll be able to attempt to work out with you one of these days.
That'd be
some
cool.
Type of training.
That would be cool.
Beat my ass.
Yep. I've been waiting to beat your ass.
So when you started, who really got you in to jiu-jitsu? Who was your influences? Who'd you kind of move up with around here?
Who got me into jiu-jitsu was Jeff Glover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glover the man.
Yeah, he's the man. I was skateboarding, being a little delinquent, little rebel, you know, tearing up Harding School, which was across the street from where I lived. And I noticed he was always coming by. We'd always, you know, acknowledge each other and say what up. And he would, and, you know, one time he finally came up to me and said, "Hey, man," just straight up. I was skating with my boy Justin Sanchez at the time, and he said, "Dude, you want to try jiu-jitsu?" And funny,
just
I was
flat out.
Just flat out. I didn't know. I thought it was, you know, he said it's martial arts, and he was describing. I remember him describing it, and I was cocky, and I was discouraged because I did karate. I didn't get a suit, so I didn't want nothing to do with martial arts with this gi on, or, you know. He said, "Man, it's different. It's like submission wrestling," and no. I was, all right, I'll give it a shot. And I remember cruising down, checking it out at first with him. And then that's when I met Adu, you know, Tyrone, and Frangia.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I liked it. I liked the workout. I was watching it. And then I'm not sure if I did a class that time, but I just got introduced to everybody. I don't think I could have because, oh, yeah, that's right. I couldn't because I had to sign a waiver. But I got introduced to everybody. That's when I do cut my hair. I just met him. That's another story. But yeah.
Which
and
we'll
then
have to hear sometime.
Yeah. And then after that, I was kind of hooked. I was already, you know, real inspired by how people were, you know, I think the fighting, like when they're grappling, that's what really caught my attention. And then I came with my mom. We drove up there. That's when it was on Mason and State Street, which is the California Hotel now, right near Feeney's. And man, I did the class. She signed the waiver. I stuck around, did the workout, which, you know, real already athletic kid doing PE and the sports, football and basketball and just triathlon. And then this was different. The push-ups, the sit-ups, the legs, the rolling, the front rows, the partner workouts, the drills, and then you do technique, and then you get to roll and
what was it that really got your attention when you saw it? Was it the grappling, like the reversals? What really like got you excited about it?
I think rolling. I mean, the workout was awesome. I think the workout was really cool. I really liked. I never sweated like that. You know, you can sweat. It sweats different when you're outdoors and you're working out. It dries up. You know, but when you're inside the academy, it's different. It's awesome. You have everyone's
kind of pushing for the same thing.
Everyone's going for the same thing.
Trying to team power kind of movement. I remember that in sports and a couple of things. I only did a little bit of wrestling, but getting that companionship or like that sportsmanship with your team was like kind of rewarding. I love cool when everybody kind of got each other's back and they know you're working as hard as they are.
Right, wrestling is intense too.
It was gnarly.
I love how Frangia did. I did jiu-jitsu first, and then he noticed my base was off. You know, he's like, "Man, Bill, you need to do wrestling." So that's when I met. I already knew Tony Becerra. I did some classes with him. Okay, that was awesome. Shout out to Tony Becerra. He's still teaching the kids and karate. He teaches. Man, what's the art? Ooh, man, I can't think of it right now. But he was teaching wrestling. That was cool. And then I got involved with the Dom, with the Dom Benchet, and then Coach Anthony Calfano.
I remember Calfano. He was our wrestling coach.
Yeah, then I met Ethan Woodle. That's when I met Ethan Woodle. That was our
assistant coach.
Seth Woodle.
I love Seth and Ethan Woodle.
Yeah.
Shout outs to the Woodles.
Yep.
That's awesome. It's a small world around here, and I saw that as a young kid because my cousin Seth Hopkins was
Right.
real deep into jiu-jitsu here before he moved away. And there was
Oh.
another dude named Amir, and I think they're all like close with a lot of the jiu-jitsu people you
Right.
connect with.
Yep.
So it's
Yep.
funny to see that camaraderie with them together at a real young age. So I've
Yep.
always seen a real tight click with the martial arts people.
Yes.
They're real respectful. That's what I like about
Mhm.
martial arts people is they get taught at a young age to not abuse their power, and it's for explain that. What is martial arts better for to teach kids? For defense, right?
Defense, yeah. To build confidence too. Just
Yeah.
being comfortable, being uncomfortable. You know, when someone grabs you, it's very rare. You know, getting punched, getting kicked, getting
Any
talked
kind of
to.
bullying.
Any
dude.
kind of bullying, yeah. And there's, you know, what's cool is now I was with a good, great instructor, Mike Sanford out of Mississippi, and he had a great kids program, a bully prevention.
That's
and
awesome.
wow, it changes,
They
man.
need to
I
do
was
that more often.
God,
honestly.
he had army of kids, 50, 60 of them, and some would get in little scraps, you know, and
Well, they
little
teach too much
confrontation and-
passiveness to kids. And not enough like self-defense, I think.
Yes.
They
yes.
teach kids to like run away and turn the cheek and
Yep. Yep.
I think that's what promotes some of the bullying is these kids go, oh, this kid's not going to do shit.
Right.
I'm just going to keep fucking with him.
Yep.
And until you lash back as a kid, you
See,
notice that when the
yep.
bully leaves you alone or you
Yep.
go find the bully that you don't like. That's what I would do. I was
Yes.
the biggest kid in elementary. I was like, let's go find another bully fucking with somebody that doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, pick on somebody your own size.
Yep.
That was my favorite shit.
I was the bully picker. I would pick on the bully picking on kids, you know.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's awesome. See, that's how you know that you got a good heart in you, man.
Oh, thank you.
I could tell you weren't a bully as a kid. Like you linked up
No.
with people and were cool with them.
Didn't like it at all. I was picked on because I was pretty much the only weirdo in my school, you know.
Okay.
There's
And
a
what
couple
school
white
did you
boys.
go to?
Harding School, elementary, right near La Cumbre, yeah, right off Valerio,
Okay.
right off Mitchell Tarena.
Yeah, that's the neighborhood for sure.
Oh yeah.
Santa
Oh,
Barbara's
by the way,
classic like
this
that.
is just
dude.
water and lemon and salt. I'm making, you know, it's the only way I could really drink water a lot.
He makes
'cause I
it
got
like a margarita.
I make it like a margarita. So if you guys are watching, I'm not drinking. No,
That's cool.
I went. You know, I do like my mixed cocktails. You know, I do like tequila.
It's a
mezcal.
virgin margarita mug
Yep.
of what? It's like lemonade.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
I'm gonna have to get something to drink.
Sea salt on the rim, or Himalayan salt, or Celtic salt. I don't only use regular salt. And then lemons for my backyard, water from my filter.
Oh
you
wow!
know.
Like
Yeah.
you made that?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna go get some lemonade out of the fridge right now.
Oh yeah. I don't like. There's too much preservatives. I want to thank first one, BJJ Fanatics, of course. Armbar Soap, the Armbar Soap Company. They helped me out a lot during my grappling career. And Car Stereo Guys, my man with Casey hooks up all the whips. Also, Underground Training Facility, Jui Jitsu, and Paragon. You know, that's where I got my black belt from Ricardo Frangia Miller. He's always sponsored me. And B Moving Services, I think, was my first sponsor. From Bobby Hammond, he had a moving company. Cool guy, Brasileiro. And then I finally got, you know, started getting good, and I got Jiu-Jitsu Pro Gear from Gilberto. Shout out to Gilberto, man. If you ever listen to this, thank you so much. Helped me out a lot. Then I went to Moya, then I went to AP, and then I went to Shoyuro, then AP, kimonos. And yeah, then the list just goes on in there. And then Obsidian Embroidery. That's the shirt I'm wearing right now. That's with Diego.
Shout out to Diego.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot of good work, man.
I know two cool Diegos now, man.
I like all the local businesses, man. I'll even shout out companies without even the sponsor, just because I respect them or I went to school with them. Like
Right.
Dave from Dave's Dogs.
Oh yeah, that's
Props
right.
to you, bro. Like you got Drip
You're
House
blowing
opened
up.
up. You were always a grinder since I knew you from high school. You were a hustler.
Yep.
Remember him in auto shop busting out his like Chevelle or his Camaro before any other kids even had a ride.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And
That's
then,
funny.
And then you see him down the road and he's got his own storefront.
Does he
Dave
also have a
Dogs.
barber shop too, by any chance, in downtown or
I
something?
wouldn't be surprised. Dude's definitely
sounds
entrepreneuring. So
Yeah.
just shout out to Dave from Dave's Dogs.
What kind of Impala did he have? What color?
It was like a Chevelle. It was like a
It was a
yellow
Chevelle.
one. It was either
Oh.
I might be wrong. It might have been a Camaro. I think it was a Chevelle.
Okay,
But
that's cool. My boy Diego, he's got a lowrider he's working on, an Impala, and
nice.
it's gonna be sick.
Oh, I love Impalas.
Oh man, it's
I
gonna
think
be an
anybody
eye-catcher.
that likes cars likes Impalas. It has nothing to do with where you're from. Or,
Yeah,
if you just deck it out, Impalas always look good.
yeah, they do.
I
Yeah,
love
they do.
cars. We should talk about more cars on this show too.
Yeah, absolutely. Cars, trucks, you name it.
I wouldn't mind interviewing some local business people like that, like getting Dave on here one of these days. I barely know
Yeah.
him, but it would just be cool to interview local business owners.
Dude, that'd be
Just get
yep.
their story. Like
fighters,
buddy-
business owners,
Yeah.
you name it, all types of all fields of life.
and you can even go there and like enjoy their
Yeah.
food, right? What if you put
Yes.
someone on blast on
Oh.
the spot and you had them on the podcast and they didn't even know?
That'd be great.
Get them like on some good service or some bad
Yeah.
service. You get,
Also,
like,
you know, what do you think about having some? I want to have those like some local bums. You know, that'd
that's
have
what my
some-
buddy Joe was thinking about, is doing like the people that aren't glorified, like
Yeah.
the random character at 7-Eleven or
Yeah, you
the guy in the corner.
Remember that dude Jesus? He looked like
The Asian Jesus?
The Asian Jesus.
Yes,
He would throw some bomb fire nugs at us when I was a kid. I was like,
Yeah,
he'd
he
walk
would-
around.
just like give people joints and
Yeah,
shit.
he'd
I
give
guess
some
he
big
comes
old
from a
nugs.
really wealthy family,
Okay.
and he just kind of cruises around and plays the Jesus guy. I guess
Oh wow,
it's pretty funny. I don't know how much he would let us interview him, but that'd probably have to be like on the mobile tip. Be
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
But there's musicians.
After we get a couple, I'll then we'll.
And when
slide
we
some
get the
in.
location set up, I want to have like live bands playing. Get the whole
Oh,
like
yeah.
Howard Stern groove going. He used to get bands playing live
Dude,
on the show.
Speaking of bands, man, my real bummed. My buddy Antoine Elaine left. He was playing with some bands, and
I like that guy.
Yeah.
He just moved away to Venezuela, huh?
El Salvador.
El Salvador.
El Salvador.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always mix them up.
Yeah, he had Knock Knock with him and Benny Ranks.
I really wanted to play with those guys. They already had a drummer.
Yep.
I was like bummed because they had King Zero.
Yeah, that's
Going
right.
King Zero
that's
is
right.
so sick.
He's sick.
I don't know if they're still around.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Yep.
I want to see those guys, man. I like King Zero. I've always been trying to either play with them or get a show, like get a band going that we could all do some shows together. Speaking of, we played the other night right here in the living room. I missed
way.
the Galita living room, but no, Scott's living room right here.
Okay.
You guys remember the living room?
The living room.
Were you around
Yes.
back in Galita?
Yes. Only
It
two,
was the
3
only
times.
place. It
I
was
only
the
came
only
down
place for
2-3
kids.
times.
It was the only place for kids to go play their band and play a show, and kids can come watch live music.
Right.
It was the only place, and it closed eventually. It was kind of sad. But I want to do something like that eventually, like a mix between the living room and Notes for Notes Foundation, which kind of has like studios for kids to record, right? So I think that'd be a good like. They need a local kids venue here, not just bars and
Yeah. I get
music's a big important part. And there's honestly not enough music
You know, it's funny.
youth here.
You're right. There's one in Santa Barbara. Every time I would deliver, I would go to the post office on Victoria. There's a cool one there. It was a rock.
That was the Notes for Notes Foundation,
Uh-huh.
and I actually volunteered there.
right below Soho, right?
Yeah, I engineered there a couple times for some kids. It was really cool. But then the owner got all like weird and selfish and took all the kids' music and locked the studio just because someone was trying to like share a song with someone.
Oh gosh.
This person got all like selfish and kind of ruined the whole deal. So they just need someone in there with the right backing and the right mind to like actually be there for the kids, not for some like selfish publicity music reason.
Right.
It was the saddest thing. This woman was like locking the kids out of the studio. They were like showing up all scheduled, and she's like, "No one's doing a thing in the studio when they're selling music behind my back." And about
Oh god.
it was this anyway. So stuff like that gets closed down for a reason.
Yeah.
because it's always somebody that ruins it.
And hey, I tagged you on another artist coming up.
I saw
Wyatt.
that. He said, "Let's do it." So,
Yeah.
I need to message him and give him my number. Just tell him to text me.
Yeah, and I would also like to get him on the podcast. You know,
Let's do it.
He works at the Sandbar. He just had his birthday. He's an up and comer, man.
What's
He's
his
gonna
name?
Be, Wyatt.
Wyatt.
I
It's a
don't
good
know
name.
his
Wyatt's a
last
good name.
name. I just know the first name right now. But yeah,
let's get him on. Let's get him in the studio and we'll record some stuff.
that would be cool.
So now that you shouted out those couple of dudes we got here, so when you're training for a fight and you're getting ready,
Oh yeah.
what is your current situation? Are you trying to make weight, keep weight, lose weight?
No, I'm always just watch your diet. You know, don't splurge. Don't eat crap. Watch your sugar intake. Watch your carbs. You know, eat to satisfaction. I always say, you know, don't if you don't try to give yourself your normal breakfast, lunch, and dinner, big plates.
People need to be reminded of this. Like before you work out,
right?
Do you just have carbs?
And it all depends. You know, if you want to gain your weight up, if you can also see how you fluctuate and see how much you can lose being comfortable and performing.
But to clarify, are you trying to keep your weight, or
I'm trying to stay. I like to stay near my weight. I only like to cut 15 pounds, but sometimes.
What's your weight class at this fight?
155.
Yeah, okay, so who are you fighting? That's what I forgot to ask.
I'm fighting a guy. They gave me a name, Matt Reed from Florida.
Matt Reed from Florida.
Yeah, they're
you going up against the Gator Boy.
The Gator Boys. Hey, I'm used to it. That's where my dad's from. He's from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So
I got my money on you, bro.
Thank you, my man.
I know you're gonna.
I got my money on me too.
You're gonna fuck him up, bro.
Yep.
Straight up. I already know it. I don't even know who this fool is. The fatter, the better.
Yeah, bring it.
I hope he's heavy and drops hard.
Me too.
So
then
I got the meals.
If you don't make weight, by the way, you get a percentage of their purse.
So what do you eat the most common before you fight? What's the most common before you're gonna kick some ass? What's your food that day?
Oh, after the weigh-ins?
Or
during?
Sure. Now I'm not thinking about the weigh-ins. Like before you're gonna fight, what's your favorite thing to get in your stomach, or do you lay low on that?
A little low. I like to get like shrimp, light meats at first.
Okay.
I do have my red meats, about 2 to 3 times a week.
So you need your red meats, right?
You got to, and then grilled steam or grilled vegetables. I like it. Mix it up a little bit.
That's sexy.
Salads, of course. You can go a lot on salad. That's the cool part. You can eat till you're satisfied and more. Because it just runs through.
Plant material, I heard, is actually will make you the strongest, but you got to eat more of it, right?
Yeah, it just helps also break down the meat too.
Oh, okay. That's why they say eat your vegetables.
Yeah,
help you
grill them. I like them grilled or on iron skillet. I'm a big iron skillet fan. My grandma's raised us with iron skillet.
Some salty veggies that are kind of crunchy.
Yep.
I hate it when they overcook them.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of that. I like it's funny. I like asparagus. That's just fucking good. I can grill them, oil them, season them.
Asparagus is dank.
No, it's dank. I can eat that all day. I've had where my kids ate that just for dinner because
What about Brussels sprouts? They eat Brussels sprouts?
No, they're not big fans of that. Me either.
I'm finally just starting to come around to Brussels sprouts. If you cook them right with the garlic and all that, and it's still just done right.
Right.
They don't smell all bad, all weird. And they taste good.
They taste good. Hey, I like kimchi. I like spicy food. Kimchi, that's just lettuce.
See, kimchi I haven't come around to yet.
Oh, man. Get a good hookup of kimchi, dude. That's delicious.
I thought it was just like rice.
No, it's lettuce.
It's like little pieces of lettuce?
Yeah, it's like a cabbage. And
oh, you know what? I'm mixing it up with that couscous shit.
Oh, I got you.
It's like little round balls and...
yeah.
I'm rarely into the round balls food. Like rice, it has to be like dry white rice. I don't like Spanish rice. I don't like spicy rice. I don't like...
It's got to be white rice.
I like rice-a-roni.
There you go. I like arroz or rice with meatballs. That's arroz con albóndigas. My grandma made that.
Oh, I love albóndigas.
Yep. It comes with carrots and celery and broth.
My friend's parents would always make that shit. It was really good.
Yeah.
Another one was... we'll talk about food soon.
Mm-hmm.
But so when you're doing these fights day to day, week to week, month to month, you're training, you're doing this and that, you're getting your belt up. What keeps you motivated? What are you most excited for? Is it the fight? Is it the team?
The big picture.
What's the big picture here? Like, what do you see in the 5 years from now in the jiu-jitsu world?
Well, it makes me feel good to be a protector. I don't need a weapon, If I have one too, I love practicing shooting guns, of course, and bow and arrows, you name it,
Who
knifing.
doesn't, right?
I love all that. Combatives. I'm very big. I love military. Combatives. Disarmaments. You know, I'm a big fan of that. But how cool is it when it's just, when you don't have none of that, and you just have your bare knuckles, or you have, what's cool in MMA, you have gloves, so you can protect. It's mainly to protect your hands.
And what does it always break down to in the end of movies, right? You have the gunfights all the time, but then it breaks down to a hand-to-hand fight.
Yeah,
it's always like kicks, the most intense.
Yeah,
right?
Kicks, knees, Muay Thai. That's why I like MMA. You can mix it all together. You can do wrestling. You can do judo. You can do kickboxing, Muay Thai, karate, taekwondo style. You can mix it all that and just see who's the best one. Like Dana White said earlier too, if you put two men together in a room, who comes out, only one person is going to walk out. That's there you go. That's how you see.
I miss the pride fighting when they used to mix the different styles together. You had like the sumo against the kung fu guy.
Yeah.
I was on some Jean-Claude Van Damme blood sport shit.
Pride was the shit, man. They allowed foot stomps. I wish and don't wish sometimes they allow, but I think, it's fighting. You can't put too many limitations. The can't knee on a grounded opponent. I don't like that. You should be able to knee. It's just right there. It's accessible. It's natural. Yeah. You should be able to stomp. You kick.
You should be able to just grind your heel into their face.
Yeah. He could do the same thing to you. Why can't I do it to him? If now they allowed that.
Well, now it's a little more civilized with the bare knuckle boxing we were watching at your house.
That
was brutal, bro.
Man, the knockouts are different,
and
right?
one guy was ready to just pound and ground because he was thinking like MMA or something.
Right.
And he fully lost the fight just for hitting the guy wrong.
Right.
And that was pretty interesting.
Isn't it a trip how they got knocked out? It was different than MMA and kicks. And then even in boxing, the knockouts were different. They just looked different. How they went out quick. Oh man, bare knuckle is no joke.
Fast too.
Bare knuckle is no joke.
The kickboxing was like that, where you'd see someone get finally a good kick in there, and you're just like
out cold. Yeah, kicks are no joke. Kicks are probably the most lethal. Knees, kicks. Then I would say hands and then elbows.
So
that's how the order goes.
That leads me to this question: Have you ever been knocked out?
No. With liver shot.
Liver shot?
Yeah, liver shot knocked me down.
Like you were down, but nobody actually knocked you out.
Yeah, it was Corby Polis in sparring. That was the only real good time I got knocked down. He got me with the liver. We were doing kickboxing, I guess you could say. And
did he kick you?
No, he gave me he just dropped the left hook to the liver. Yeah, left hook to the liver.
Eugh.
Yeah.
And that got your kidney?
I got my liver.
Okay.
Right hook is to the liver.
What does the liver feel like when you get hit compared to your kidney? Like
your whole body shuts down, man. It hurts. It feels like you want to feel like you have to take a shit. I guess it just knocks the wind out of you. It just shuts you down. Oh, it makes you crunch.
And was that like a loss? Was that like a loss, or that was just sparring?
No, it was just sparring. You were just sparring. I was getting a little cocky. I guess I was swinging a little too hard, and it was simple too. He didn't big old swing. He just dropped, stuck it. It was right on the button, and it just froze my body. I did the Verdum kind of thing. Yeah, I laid on my back. Like, I guess we were doing MMA, kickboxing, and I guess he wanted to come and finish it, and I said no. I was kind of doing the Verdum. Well, come in my guard, dude. But
you were still trying to go. Okay.
Yeah, he was like a blue belt at the time, and man, he helped me out a lot. He helped me in my first fight, my first MMA fight at Tough Enough in Vegas. Shout out to Corey Polis, man. He had Santa Maria kickboxing in Santa Maria. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then he's also a black belt under Hawaiian Kempo, which, Chuck Liddell does. And
he still has that in Santa Maria?
I don't think so. I think he's a lawyer now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Smart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I kind of asked you a similar question, but how did you find jiu-jitsu? Like, was it because of Jeff Glover, or did you already get into? You said you got into karate before that.
Yeah, I was into Bruce Lee and fake. No.
And what age?
I was into WWE, WCW, WWF at the time. I was into that. I just liked to fight. I like to grapple. I knew that it just looked cool.
And how old were you when you liked that, when you started karate?
When I was in elementary school.
That's a good age. I was so hyped on like martial arts and Bruce Lee. Like,
oh yeah,
I remember putting my toys out, all my action figures, and Bruce Lee was the one in the center.
Oh,
Bruce
really?
Lee was like the boss of all the toys.
Man, I wish
you know what I mean?
I've never seen the Bruce Lee action figure. It was always
He was
the
just
wrestlers.
standing on a little platform, and he had his nunchucks.
No
it was
way.
Just like this badass little Bruce Lee figurine I had.
Do you still have it?
No, I gave all the toys to my cousin, and then he gave them away.
Damn.
But yeah, I should have hung on to those, dude. I had a bunch of like classic ones.
Dude, I wonder how much it'd be. It'd be
I don't know.
pricey.
It's questionable. For those toys, you got to have like packaging and shit.
Oh, that's right. Still in the package. Yeah, right.
All that collectible
can you
shit
imagine?
is nuts.
Can you imagine a kid? Like, I don't know any kid at my age would have it in the box. We'd rip the box.
Everybody
open
tear
quick.
the
We want
box
to play
open.
with it.
Nobody would hang on to that shit.
Yeah.
Only weirdos, like straight up OCD, like collectors, like the guy from 40-Year-Old Virgin and shit. So when was your first competition then? When you started going into jiu-jitsu?
Ooh, funny you say that. It was right away. It was like 2-3 months into it. I did
really?
a Club Luciano in Huntington Beach.
How'd you do?
I did good. I got second.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was like
I
a
got in the
tournament?
newspaper and
Is that where
everything.
they like narrow down the best to a tournament?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it was single elimination at that time. That was cool. Bunch of kids.
So you said that they do it another way. They don't always do the tournament narrow down to the best?
No, they do. You just get on a bracket.
Okay.
Single elimination. And you know.
I remember that in wrestling, and it was cool to win for once. I did win a little tournament in my weight class.
Oh,
And
sick.
I quit wrestling shortly after that.
You're like, I'm good. After
Yeah, I was like, I win.
One and done.
That's like me on Tekken. If I beat your ass, I'm gonna turn the game off after.
Yeah.
Like, so you don't win again.
I do that with my buddies that play pool or they either they play pool or darts or
They'll have one win and then bail.
Yeah, and then bail just to fuck them with
take the win.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
they play pool. I did that recently to one of my buddies. It was awesome.
It's cheap, but you get the win.
Yeah.
You go home a winner.
Yeah, so if you want a rematch, you're gonna have to beat me at
That's like
jiu-jitsu.
It's like Mayweather. Like, dude, fully like, had the choice of kind of who to like really go against, really, depending on like, was it like that? It seemed like it was marketed, and every fight that he set was like he made sure he was gonna win.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't follow him till
I got more a dick saying that.
No, now looking back, I think he's so good.
For somebody that has
so
won
damn
that
good.
many fights and then now runs his own promotion company for the pay-per-view fights,
right?
Or at least did.
Well, probably he wanted more money out of it because he knows what he's worth.
Triple pay, like
yeah,
tripling down. Dude's very smart.
Yep.
I just thought it
Good
was
management
like
company.
Why'd he do all that if he knew there was a chance to lose?
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. Is there's so much politics involved at that point. When you got the business, you got the sponsor, you got your like all your sponsors there, and the marketing company you're paying to get your fight out. That's sketch if you lose. He wins money either way. That's what's funny is he gets paid fat.
Yeah.
Whether he wins or loses. You're on this guy right here.
Oh, cool. Look at that. Yeah, he's smart with that.
Yeah, I mean,
he bought
to
himself
rig
out,
a
right, for
situation where
$750,000 or something like that. He bought himself out $250,000.
how do you buy yourself out? What does that work?
Well, he signed a contract with a company, I believe, and he mentions this too on one of.
Oh, you mean like to get out of a contract?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, you can buy yourself out of something.
yeah, that's smart. And then sure enough, it worked in his favor. Ooh, where's the internet search bar here?
Let's hit Safari, right? Just hit Chrome.
Okay.
That guy right there.
Bam.
Yeah, it's funny, dude. Like, you have all these different fights. How many fights have you done so far? What's your score?
I am.
Tell the people.
Fights. I'm 8-0 as an amateur and 4-1 as a pro.
4-1 as a pro.
Yep.
So what happened with that one on your pro?
Oh, the one loss?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it was decision. It was when I signed with Strikeforce. It was against Matt Ricehouse.
Oh, okay.
Went to decision. He took me down. He blitzed. He got the best on the striking department too. Got me against the fence real good. He was owning the what do they call it? Home court advantage. No, it's ring management, ring control. He was making me move a little bit, and I was trying to. He kicked me real good on the calf that stopped my jumping game because I was doing taekwondo a little bit. I was doing taekwondo kicks.
So you weren't able to move as much.
I wasn't
at
able
that
to move.
point.
I was now doing like Muay Thai stance fighter, heavy boxer. I was trying to get my hands involved, but because I had heavier hands.
But he didn't get you down. You guys just hit each other so much that at the end of the fight, they were like,
well, he
hey.
surprised me with a takedown. I didn't know he wanted, try to attempt a takedown with me on the ground. I tried to go for some footlocks, and it wasn't enough, man. It was 35-minute rounds, and the judges gave it to him, which I knew. I lost that one.
You knew it?
I knew it. It was close.
How'd that feel,
And
your first loss? Like, how'd you take it?
Also, I knew because I did an illegal up kick at that time. It's legal now. How funny.
Oh, did they mark you down?
Yeah, they got my hand, timed it, because when I was on the ground on my back, I did an up kick towards his face, which he was on his feet.
Oh,
he was on his feet, which is legal now.
Going like upwards.
Yeah, which at that time it was illegal, but now it's legal.
But that's how you keep them from jumping on you and pounding. Right?
Exactly. Yep.
So how'd you
Shout
take
out to Matt Rice house, man. Where you at, dude? I want my rematch, dude.
Yeah, let's see that. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Well, how'd you take the loss though?
Man, it sucked. I kind of stopped for a while. I kind of felt I was an old gladiator mentality about it. Well, I died. That's how
You were like, I'm done.
I'm done.
How long did you stop for?
For years. For 7 years, I think. For a while. That was like
kinda like when I took
2013,
a break
14.
from music. I was just done for like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
But then what got you back into it?
Jiu-jitsu competitions.
Just started getting at you.
Yeah, and then I was like, and then the
do
UFC
this.
started blasting, and then the money was getting paid. The pay was better.
Oh.
The pace got a little better. And now I'm not sure, it's pace. It all depends on the organization you're with, and
That's a good question for another time. I have to ask you about what the pays were like.
Yeah.
So what's like your most memorable time using jiu-jitsu in a fight? Like
Most memorable time.
Are you meaning like, are we talking real fights in real life? Or
yes. Most memorable fight was definitely my grappling matches were dope. That was memorable.
I'd say it could be either one, a match or a real fight.
Fights are cool. Just at the end, like, oh man, all that hard work paid off, and now I can have fun, and it boosted everyone's, energy.
I remember
And
all the fighters partying crazy after all the fights.
Yeah, they got together. Then then it opens business, it opens conversation. It's like, hey man, great fight out there, man. Sick submission, sick knockout, ground and pound.
Oh
whatever.
yeah,
and
they'd knock each other out and then go party.
Sick fight, and then man, do you teach seminars? And then I was getting into seminars, and so, dude, I would love to come down and do a class. And I'm like, yeah, this is cool. When
was like the first time you traveled outside the state for jiu-jitsu?
Corpus Christi, Texas, with Aurelio. He hooked it up, man. It was like a purple belt. It was cool. I was 15, 16 at the time. I was 16 at the time. Man, it was cool. I was making some money.
That's awesome.
That was the first time I'm like, whoa, I could.
Is that like the first time you were like, I could really do this? Huh?
Yeah, $50. It was like charging, what, 45 to 55, $65 a head. This was back in 2000. I want to say 2012, 2010. No, wait. I'm sorry. This was on purple belt. So I started in, let's see. When did I start? 2002, I think it was 2002.
That's classic.
So 2005, 2004. That's when I was, I saw a couple
right
grand in my
when
pocket.
I did that tour, filming all the fights for like Pride fighting and stuff.
Yeah,
it was like 2000.
Yeah, then they got bought out, right?
Maybe it was 2003 or something like that. Can't remember if I graduated or.
And then they got bought out by UFC, which is cool. I was a little bummed about that.
But so the company doing your fight on the 28th is WFC.
WFC, yep.
And that's World Fighting Championships.
Yeah.
So
I want that belt. I want that belt, Matt.
Yeah.
Give me my belt. I deserve that belt. I'm the best 155er you have on that card, on any MMA card. I'll fight anyone at 155.
Fuck yeah.
That's what I want to hear. If the money's right, I'll do 45. And if the money's really, really right, I'll do 170. I'll do catch weights too. What's up? Put your money where your mouth is.
Calling all cars.
And I am right now.
Fuck yeah. I like this.
That's why I fought in amateur.
This
I
is
fought
good,
170.
Bill.
Yeah.
This is a good start right here. I'm already happy with this first episode.
Yeah, me too, man.
We're gonna jump right towards the fast questions and wrap it up.
All right,
'Cause you got some cool little questions you wrote down here.
Yep.
That I want to already get into here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let me run through a couple here. How do you avoid oh yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, hit me up.
How do you avoid getting ringworm
Oh man.
or injured?
Okay, so you don't take a
Those are two different
shower.
questions.
Don't take a rough shower right before you train. You kind of need your grease from during the day. When you're sweating, you're working because I used to do construction and I have this grime on me a little bit, and that's what you need. It's a protected layer. You don't be your skin thin, and then you have reactions. You go sweat, you're already getting grinded up. From the gi was rough too. Having a partner, rolling with partners that have good hygiene. They got their nails trim, of course. They wear their sandals, or when they go to the bathroom, they don't go barefoot because that's fecal matter, man. It's fucking gross, right? And also when they wash their gis, they need a good gi. And also, I always liked it when they put it in the damn dryer, but it ruins the gi. I'm like, bro, that shit was like sandpaper every time they air dry it. Air dry it.
Oh.
They're hanging out. I'm like, man,
It's
just
like-
put it in the
it's like a
damn
beach towel.
dryer, dude.
It's like a beach towel.
It's already pre-shrunk. Well, you have to see, back in the day, they weren't pre-shrunk. So they would buy a gi, you wash it, and then it shrinks like way too short for them, and then they're pissed. Well, now I'm only air dry. Oh, great. You're one of those guys. All right, fine. I did not like it. I try to avoid people that had rough gis because, you scraped up, but sometimes it'd be a good roll.
At least it's clean though, right?
Yeah.
So that comes from like sweat and bacteria getting into your pores.
Changing
basically.
new gear. Yeah, exactly. Get into your pores, man. And then what also, though, say you did roll with everyone that had clean hygiene, but you're still rolling with people's sweat. And that's important to change into dry clothing if there's no showers. Just put on dry clothing. Dry. Because,
Hygiene.
Yeah,
Hygiene's
you don't want to
important.
stay wet. You don't want to stay wet. That's
That's the worst smell,
moisture,
right? Isn't that mildew smell the worst when someone doesn't dry their clothes
or they
properly?
don't, or they don't have the same gear. They keep, there's gear and they wash it, but then when it gets sweaty, it just stinks.
There's always that kid with the bad hygiene that ends up just getting checked eventually. The coach is like, bro.
Some just eat something that's so shitty and just, you're right. When they sweat, it just stinks.
Diet has a lot to do with it.
Diet, 100%. Yeah. Stop eating like shit. That helps,
So,
eat fast food.
speaking of health, does jiu-jitsu make your sex life better?
Yes. I was doing some cool positions after that.
Yeah. Is that how does it make you more? How does it make you
conditioned?
Stamina.
Your stamina. Yeah, and you can get cool positions. Yeah, you can do different positions that you normally.
Yeah, more limber, more flexible, right?
Yeah, more exactly.
Less muscles getting sprained.
You can bend them differently.
You can do those interesting positions more comfortably.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. What? Give me another one.
So, how does jiu-jitsu influence you in your day-to-day life? Just what you're doing regularly.
Submit everything. Submit. You're going for submission jiu-jitsu, right? So, if you're walking your dog, you gotta submit it. You gotta make sure you do it, right. You finish going around the block. You
make that
your
shit
homework.
Your bitch,
yeah,
right?
make your bitch. Like, all right, I'm gonna submit this homework. I'm gonna submit, my project daily goals. I'm gonna finish. Submit it. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna tap. Don't tap.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. That's the mentality, man. Fergie was real big on that shit.
Stay committed.
Yep.
That's solid. I like that. There's some more over here. Let me find them right here.
Yeah.
So. You got a lot of good notes in here, actually.
Thank you, brother.
We were sitting here. Here we go. So, what intimidates you? That's a great one.
Ooh, what it used to be back before I started jiu-jitsu was people that had good speech. People that spoke confident. That was, what's up, motherfucker? What are you gonna do? Oh shit.
So a strong voice.
Strong voice was intimidating. And then size, of course. Dark, not knowing your surroundings, that was intimidating. People with guns, knives, you're in the alley. Man, that was intimidating. I remember a little kid just going over the Mitchell Trainer Bridge just when I was doing jiu-jitsu. That shit was intimidating. He had a machete. I was going over, I'm like, what the hell? Like, oh, man.
Santa Barbara used to be a lot more dangerous, honestly.
Yep.
Back in the 90s. It was in the early 2000s. They were like still cracking down on like the gang stuff here.
Oh, yeah. Bare knuckles. People had.
So this kind of ties into what I had asked you a while ago. Where do you see yourself in jiu-jitsu 5 years from now?
Ooh, having a
Or I
a
think
big
it just
gym,
says, where
yeah.
do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
Oh, okay.
So it
having
could
this
be anything.
podcast grow big. Where,
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, where we got sponsors, big sponsors that want to pretty much pay for everything, you know, and you get their logo up on our screens and wearing their hat, their gear, and
Yeah, little sliders on the bottom.
little sliders, you know.
Cut commercials, real takes that
Yep.
we're going to do for these guys.
Yep. And then owning, I want to run a dojos. I want to run multiple dojos. I want to show up for seminars and promote black belts. I already got a couple, and I want to keep passing this shit on, man.
You should have like a gym and a boxing thing. And a
Everything.
jiu-jitsu thing,
Everything.
right?
I want to all restaurants too. I want to have restaurants in the dojo. I was thinking about how cool would it be if
to have
you,
like a cafe thing.
yeah,
that
and
could
you can
feed
watch. Yeah, you can
that's
watch people
genius.
train. You can watch people train
that.
or fight. I would not
And
just
just
train,
chill.
but fight.
Imagine having like a up balcony, like second floor that you
Yeah.
could watch down and see people train.
Imagine eating a hamburger.
Dude,
and,
people would pay an
a
extra
beer.
$3 for that hot
Yeah.
dog.
Oh, I know. That's that's what I want to do. I want to do that, and then
Yeah.
comedy, and then do some comedy. You know,
Call it like
Get-
slugs and grubs or something like that.
Dude,
grubs and slugs.
I
or
would
some-
love it.
That'd be funny, dude.
I'm open, man.
Something
I'm open
fun like
minded.
that. Hey, I'll help you with it, bro.
Sick.
I like that idea. So, is it okay to talk about cannabis right now? I like cannabis.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up smoking. You know, everyone did. It's Santa Barbara. You know, it's
Okay.
California.
Is it
But
a
it
little more
doesn't-
Is it accepted in the UFC
It did
or
in
the
that
MMA?
That's what I hear. It is now. Well, now NFL too.
So is it kind of more up to the company and their brand and
I
their
believe
kind of
so.
image?
Yeah, you got to stop. I've stopped always. You know, I was a heavy smoker it helped me relax. It helped me eat. It helped just for social. You know,
Yeah.
just it was a
Did
thing
you
to do.
when you did smoke heavily? Did you prefer sativa or indica?
Ooh, you know, I liked sativa when I was working out. I liked it. It keeps you alert.
When you're rolling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Indica, I want to pass out.
Yeah.
I need something to
It's not
knock
the
me
best,
out, make me hungry, and pass out. You know,
So-
but now there's hybrids. Now you don't know what. Now I don't smoke. I don't smoke as much now.
So you probably
it's just
wouldn't suggest indica if someone's about to go roll then.
No, I mean, if you got a lot of energy, you need to calm your shit down. Someone's real sporadic. Yeah, maybe smoking indica.
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Edibles were good too. I like gummies. Those are cool. Body high, head high, body high. You know. Oh, and drinking too. Buzz, man. Have a little buzz. But like if you're in great shape and
Nothing
go
wrong
for
with a
two
shot
beer,
or a
take
beer, right?
yeah, take 2 shots and then go roll. See how it feels because that's where you're gonna get an altercation, right? Everyone has altercations when they go to the bar, when they go out.
So it's good to maybe know
When
your
they're driving,
tolerance, right?
yeah.
It's good to know your tolerance.
Yeah.
So what are your worst experience in a match, training or
gassy
or in
now.
your gym
Dude.
or any other gym? What's like your
Gas-
worst experience?
Worst experience was be gassing out, getting hurt, like slammed, getting concussion.
Yeah, that's got to be getting injured. Is fucking the
That
worst.
sucked, man. That was probably one of the worst things. And then that'd be it.
Okay. Have you ever broke someone's limbs before?
Yes. Yep.
What'd you break?
Well, it was a tear.
A tear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think
But
I've
you
broken.
didn't like snap anybody's arm or leg or
Yeah,
anything?
yeah. It popped a couple times. Popped.
Eee.
But yeah, it would be shoulder tears, elbow pops,
That's gotta be
ankle
the
lock
worst.
pops. I popped some ankles.
Eesh.
Yeah, tore the tendon. Or
And you're just like, sorry, bro.
sprain.
This is what happens.
Yeah, if you don't tap, it
Did
snaps.
that ever
Tap
make
or
you feel
snap.
bad, or were you just
100%.
like,
No, 100%. I felt bad. I would go get ice and help
because
them
you
wrap
know they're
it.
gonna be out for a little bit. Huh?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. And I'd call and check on
That's
them.
harsh.
Man.
So, here's the next one. What is one of your pet peeves in a gym?
Ooh, pet peeves. Like I said, not wearing sandals, not bowing, showing respect to your sensei, or talking. I didn't like when people talk when the sensei would talk. Frenchie would be talking, and this person would continue on saying something about a move, like, "Oh, so do you think that would work?"
Too much talking.
Too much talking. Like when sensei talks, everyone shut the fuck up.
For real.
He's put the time in, the experience. it's like just like in the military. You don't talk when the colonel's talking. You don't talk when the general's talking. The drill sergeant, or else you get your ass fined.
And would you have a different pet peeve when you're sparring or rolling with somebody?
Going too hard or something. That do kicking the balls or something. Inside leg kicks.
People do that
too high. Yeah. Just kicking your knees out or doing some dirty
cheap shit.
Yeah, cheap shit, man. Not
that.
fully padded correctly or. What was another pet peeve? When your gear stinks. Like shit.
So
dude.
hygiene again. That's another one.
Go get some new gloves. After a year or two, go get some new gloves.
Dude.
Yeah. Put Lysol on that shit or something. Put some air freshener or something. Febreze, please.
Okay, so that kind of leads into what is the
shoes
scariest...
on the mat too. I didn't like that shit.
I think a lot of people don't like that.
Fuck
They'd get
so
mad at me in
crap.
wrestling for that.
So much crap, dude. Wrestlers were gnarly. That's when I got introduced to ringworm, man. Holy shit, it was common.
Especially in DP, they had the grimiest mats for years, and they finally replaced them. Like after I graduated
with that shit. You couldn't. It doesn't matter what bleach. Bleach wasn't the best thing for mats, anyways. That's what they would use. Bleach would be. You want to have.
I didn't mind that bleach smell.
Pneumonia.
It's better than that stupid sweaty ass mat smell.
Ammonia, my bad.
The room smelled so bad.
Yeah, it did.
Dos Pueblos.
No aeration.
Fixed that
you
shit
got to have
finally.
the fan. Yeah.
You got to have some air in there.
Got to have air in there.
It was just this cement block.
I know. Near the weights and shit, huh? It would be the weights in there, and the next room would be all wrestling mat at Pat.
So here's one. What's the scariest stunt you've ever done?
Scariest stunt I've ever done.
We got a couple more minutes.
BMXing.
I'm gonna start wrapping them up.
Yep. BMXing would be the scariest stunt. Doing flying arm bars, going for flying shit. Let's see, jumping off, going in the ocean, swimming in the ocean with no cage, just in the middle of I'd be kayaking and just going for a swim. That'd be fucking scary. Just you never know what's underneath there. So many creatures.
I want to go kayaking now.
Yeah.
So,
jumping off. Oh, Red Rock. That was scary because you might hit the bottom.
Here's a good question. It kind of ties into that. What's the nastiest thing you've witnessed? It says specifically nastiest.
Ooh.
Like it could be violent, could be gross, whatever.
Nastiest would be checking the oil.
Someone's all.
The nastiest experience. Oh man. The nastiest would probably be someone rolling with worm. That's pretty nasty. Or
no, that you've witnessed.
Oh, that I witnessed.
That you've witnessed. What's the nastiest shit you've witnessed?
Oh man. Well, it could be I've witnessed people rolling with ringworm. That's nasty, and a bunch of it.
Is that all of it?
I still got to train, man. I got to fight. Come on, bro.
No, nobody like shit their pants or anything during practice.
Yeah, one time I went. Man, I think someone shit their pants. It smelled. I remember smelling it. See, the nastiest. Fuck. It would probably be nastiest. That's. Oh yeah, seeing somebody walk into the mat, walk in barefoot to the bathroom, and then walk right back on the mat. I was like, man, that's fucking nasty, dude.
Yeah, no, you got to put your body on that shit.
And now I got to roll with the dude. I'm like, what do I say? Do I say anything or nah? Fuck it.
Okay,
Just
so
make
what
sure
would
the
you?
bottom
I got
feet-
the next one. We're gonna keep it rolling. What would you pick, space or the bottom of the ocean?
Bottom of the ocean.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's because I might find some cool shit down there.
That's true, right? We've discovered more about space than we have about our own ocean.
Yeah.
So if you had to pick, would you have a slutty daughter or a gay son?
Damn, now that's a good one. Well, I'd probably. Oh man, probably. Damn, that's a good one. You stumped me
That's
there.
the banger at the end
That's
there, bro.
banger.
That's the last question,
I didn't
bro.
think you would hit me with that one. No comment.
You have no comment? All right.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to answer that when we come back, all right?
Yeah.
Hey, that was a great first episode, man. Thank you for making this happen today, bro.
Thank you.
It's always a blast with you.
Yeah. Thank you guys, viewers too, fans. Leave a comment, follow us. BJ Fanatics. Don't forget to download my instructionals. And yeah, that's about it. Boom.